Welcome back to Kaizen by Doggie Dojo, where we grow the mind, body, and heart one small step at a time. I'm your host, Trevor Smith, and today I want to talk about something that quietly sneaks into almost every dog trainer's journey, every dog parent's journey, whether you're a beginner teaching sit or a seasoned competitor running agility courses. There's something that gets in the way, and that is comparison. We've all felt it, that moment when you see someone else's dog perform flawlessly, or you scroll through social media and wonder, why doesn't my dog look like that? We've all been there. And we've always asked the question, why is my dog not as good as they are? Those moments, something dangerous that happens. Joy starts to fade, fear starts to take its place. Today, we're going to expose that trap, and we'll talk about how comparison steals joy, how fear casts out a shadow over progress. Most importantly, how to shift your mindset from avoiding failure to attracting success. Let's reclaim joy together in our training journey. We want to make sure to be accountable with one another. We want to do this together as a big old Doggie Dojo family. And so let's get started. There's a great quote I heard recently. It's called, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And in dog training, comparison shows up everywhere. You see the perfectly edited video of a dog nailing a complex routine. You see those ribbons. You see the titles, the trophies posted online, the trainer whose dog seems to get it faster than yours. But what don't you see? You don't see the mistakes. You don't always see the long, frustrating sessions, setback after setback, the real journey behind those highlights. And yet we compare our behind the scenes with someone else's best edited, polished moment. That's when joy gets pushed aside, and that's where fear whispers, "You're never gonna be that good." But here's the truth. Your dog doesn't care about anyone else's progress. They care about you right now in this moment. Like we've talked about before, they know exactly what you're feeling. They're so in tune with us. And so we need to check that and make sure we don't get all wrapped up into that. We don't get all wrapped up into fear not being enough. Think about it. Have you ever rushed a training session because you felt you were behind? Gotten impatient with your dog because you were chasing someone else's timeline? Avoid celebrating those very small wins because they didn't seem impressive enough? That's fear at work. And when fear takes over, training becomes about proving something instead of enjoying the process. But joy can't survive in that type of environment. It gets squashed. Joy needs space, it needs presence. It thrives when we stop looking sideways and start looking at the connection right in front of us. It's like a flower. If it doesn't grow right, we don't blame the plant. We just make sure it gets more water or more sun or whatever it needs. And Lanny Bashman's mindset principle comes into play here. And this can be very game-changing for you. He teaches that you attract what you constantly think about. If your thoughts are filled with, "Don't mess up. I hope I don't fail. I'm not going to be as good as them." Well, then your focus is locked dead on avoiding failure. And failure just inevitably just hits the end of that path. But winners of all sports and training in all aspects, they focus on what it takes to succeed. In their head, instead, they rehearse thoughts like, "I stay calm under pressure. I trust my training. I'm improving every session." It's not toxic positivity. It's targeted focus. Because when your mind goes, your attractions follow. If you focus on fear, you play small. If you focus on progress, you grow. We don't want to be a broken record in our head. And I've had to deal with this constantly with my own training. Thinking about, well, that dog's doing better than me. That person's doing better than me. So how do we shift out of that bad comparison mode and start to focus on what's happening right? It starts with awareness. Notice that voice that creeps in. "I'll never be good. My dog is too slow. My dog is too distracted. Too whatever." Whatever it is, throw it out right now. Then flip that script. Some people think that it's better just to call that person or that other voice somebody else. Like, stop it, Bob. I don't want to hear that today. Instead, say, what did I do better today? How did I show up for my dog with patience or presence? What should I say to my friend in this situation? That last one is key because we're often kinder to others than we are to ourselves. And it's important when we're talking to each other that we talk nicely about not only ourselves, but others as well. Practice compassion for you, for your dog, for your teammates, for your competitors. Remember, Kaizen isn't giant leaps in this area. It's small, consistent steps, celebrated along the way. So easy to look at others and say, oh, I could do that better, or I could do this better. Okay, let's slow down here for a second. I'm gonna get real vulnerable here. After I get off of a dog agility field, we've talked about this before, it's real easy for me to look at other people and say, man, they got the clean run, I didn't. And also, what really is difficult is sometimes coming off a huge high. Like maybe you got a mock, or maybe you got your first double Q, and then you just can't for the next 20 runs nail anything or have any clean runs. And what happens so often is we get so caught up on what we could do wrong on a course. It's almost like the elephant in the room. Like we start to say, hey, I hope my dog doesn't go off course here. And as we're looking at the potential off course, as we're running our dog in agility, the dog, guess what, is noticing that. And they're going to run straight to that off course. We need to be present in the moment and also present in the reflection afterwards. We need to be kinder to ourselves. We need to be kinder to our competitors as well. Because in the book, Winning Mindset, Lanny talks about the fact that when we start to dig into other people's runs and we start to focus on, ooh, look, they did that wrong, and ooh, they did that wrong, we did that wrong, that's wrong, 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 wrong. Once again, that broken record, spinning, spinning, spinning. Instead, we should be like, oh, they did that right. Oh, that was a great backside. Oh, that was an awesome throttle. Wow, look at that distance on that dog. Doing that spins the correct record in our brain and their brain as well. So after they get done with their run, help them out. Because of course you want that same feedback as well, that instead of being like, oh, that was great 18 obstacles, but you missed that one knocked bar. Guilty. I do that all the time when competing. It's not good. It's not a good habit. We need to bust out of it. Instead, being like, yeah, you knocked that bar. But man, did you see that awesome skill you just did that you've been working on for the last 6 months? You did fantastic at that. You want to encourage that behavior, and hopefully your friends can help you encourage and do the same. Now, hold on a second. There's something that's really important here. This sharing the podcast, I really do appreciate you all just growing together here on the Doggie Dojo, but I also want to make sure that you're growing with you and your friends and your family. So if there's something you're learning here that's really powerful and impactful to you, share it with a friend. And that doesn't just mean like share like a link. You can share links and that's great. And thank you for helping grow this podcast. But if anything, share it offline as well. Like share it with a friend personally, like give them a call, send them a text, do something. Make sure that you actually taking this information and sharing it with others. Thank you for any sharing here from the podcast. But at the end of the day, I really just want to make sure that you guys are sharing it with one another. Let's get back to it. And if you need that friend on your shoulder, I'm here. The whole Doggie Dojo team is here. Share it with us. Let us know. And just stop spinning the records of wrong and start spinning the records of right in your brain. What do I need to get this right now? What do I need to be present? What can I celebrate? What small wins? Stop chasing the clean run and start chasing the fun and start chasing the skills that you want to accomplish in that moment and what you achieved in the littlest, smallest steps possible, whether it be just the start line stay or just making sure you kept all the bars up. And this is where, and this is big for me and Disney. I have had the worst time, not really. I think people have had it harder than me with knocked bars with my dog Disney. And for the longest time, it was just like thinking about how many bars we're going to knock. And for a little while there, we would get all the bars except one and be like, oh, good boy. You kept most of the bars up. And then eventually, guess what happened? He went off course. He didn't do the course directly. Maybe he jumped his contact, but at the end of the run, all the bars were up again and again and again. And for me personally, knocked bars is such a hard behavior to get rid of, and that's something I'm working on in my training. I can work on the rest. I can work on the way I shape him through the course more than I can have to worry about stressing over each individual bar. And so for me, I'm celebrating the wins when it comes to him keeping all those bars up, and I'm getting more and more clean runs that way, where everything comes together, including keeping all the bars up. So I encourage you, this is a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way, to stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive. So for you, here's your Kaizen challenge for the week. Every day, write down one joyful moment in your training, even if it's a tiny one. Maybe your dog made you laugh. Maybe they checked in with you on a walk. Maybe it's just something small like you got them to sit before going in the door. Start writing down one winning thought you want to rehearse, like, we're getting better at this, or I stayed patient today. If comparison starts to creep in, pause, flip it, find the joy, find the win. And if you want to take it further, share one of those moments on social media at the Doggie Dojo and use hashtag #LifeWithYourDog, and let's fill our feeds with real wins, the kind that protect joy and build confidence. And do us all a favor, post everything. Don't just edit it up, show how you got to that progress point. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Your journey with your dog is yours, not theirs, not social media's, not the competitor in the next ring. It's yours and your dog's. They don't care how anyone else is doing. They care about that you're present, that you're patient, that you're having fun with them. You both have to be having fun. It has to be fun for you and fun for the dog. So this week, don't let comparison steal your joy. Choose to focus on what makes you both better. Focus on what it takes to win your way, not other people's way. Thanks for joining me here on the Doggie Dojo. We're not chasing perfection here. We're building joy one small step at a time. Let's grow together. And as always, have some fun with your dogs, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye. All right, if you've enjoyed the Doggie Dojo, I have some resources for you. Link down below. I have on my Patreon some guides that you can download. I think it's gonna be great. You don't have to buy a membership at the Patreon. I do appreciate any support, but if you just want some guides to help you walk through some of these training principles, then I have them all for you and they're ready to download. And if you have any questions or comments or things you want to talk about or you're struggling with, I want to hear about them. Put them down below in the comment section.